Woo, man. Mm, mm. Lions fans, boy, what a game today. What a game tonight. What a game. I mean, I'm trying to think how we end up coming back from this victory though. Hmm. I wonder how. I think we should talk about that, man. I mean, a hell of a comeback victory, man. 8-1. 8-1. I mean, 0-16, 8-1. That's just beautiful to say. 8-1. Still the best team in the NFC, not just the NFC, the best team in football. I mean, what's up, Ed? My guy Ed in the building. I mean, it 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 just didn't look good in the first half. Offensive boy, I'm, I'm still speechless. I'm still lost for words because the simple fact especially in the first half, our offensive line. I don't know I don't know what happened. They just didn't show up in the first half. They just thought, they just got complacent. I mean, I didn't really understand like Lions offensive line. They just didn't show up. Jared Goff, and I know Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions. Okay, but 4 of them was not his fault. 4 of them was not his fault. I don't care what anybody say. If you really look at it, and then see a couple of people that was on Facebook and talking about, oh, here Jared Goff going back to his old days. Here you go with this bull crap again. Jared Goff, offensive line did not protect. The first interception, it was an off a tip, and the defender caught it. The second interception, it wasn't Jared Goff's fault. He wasn't getting protected. I don't even count the Hail Mary because to be honest, I think the Lions should have ran the ball, but whatever. Should ran the clock, but whatever. They decided they want to trying to get a touchdown, hopefully get a pass interference call, so they get a spot foul so they can at least kick a field goal. Maybe that was their logic, what they was thinking. But I mean, I don't even really count the Hail Mary. It's whatever. But you want to count it? I don't really count it. But and the one interception that Jared Goff threw after we just got the ball back in the second half, that's when on Jared Goff. That was on Laporta. He kind of stopped on that route. And yeah, now the one that Jared Goff had to throw to JMO, it was always underthrown. That was on Jared Goff. It was a bad throw. That was the only interception I can say that Jared Goff threw. That was a bad throw. And it happens. And it happens. Sometimes this is the NFL. You're not gonna always play your best. You're not gonna always play your best. That's clear, plain and simple. It's just, this Lions team in the first half, especially, offensive line, we just couldn't get nothing going like that in that first half. Yeah, I know we scored a touchdown. We was down 10-0. When Houston went up 7-0, and we made a good stop to hold them to a field goal. We made it 10-0. And then we scored a touchdown. And then turn around, they end up kicking another field goal. And then they end up getting a late touchdown, what I'm saying, about the end of the half, And they ended up getting what 20. They ended up getting 23-7. It was 23-7 at halftime. Everybody thought, "Oh man, this is over. It's almost gonna be like the Baltimore what happened last year when they played Baltimore and when Baltimore ran over." What the difference between Baltimore and Houston? Baltimore had an experienced team. I'm not saying Houston don't. And I said to preach about Houston. Houston is not a bad team, but they banged up with a lot of injuries. But that's their problem. That's not the Detroit Lions' problem. But we knew that this, and a lot of people, even I say this too, a lot of people, I thought this game was being one of the losses that the Lions would have. But when I predicted this, but you know, these guys came out with it. They came to show up. They came to play in the second half. First half was terrible. You know, it was terrible offensively. Defensively, I gotta say this, man. It's two guys I'm gonna talk about, but one particular guy I gotta talk about first. Aleem McNeil. This is one of the reasons why he got a contract extension for 4 years, $97 million. This is one of the reasons why. The man showed up when it needed most. You know, he showed up when he needed most. And he absolutely did. You know, he got a couple sacks, he got some pressure, and God knows, I mean, he was getting held. Him, James Houston, DJ Reader, they was getting held. You know the Houston offensive line wasn't going to be able to hold it, and they has not been a great offensive line all year. And they was holding like crazy. I mean, it was just ridiculous. The refs is just right there, and then you call one, maybe two holding calls in the whole entire game. Like, come on, Houston's been holding. Are you not even looking at the game? You not seeing what's going on? But Aleem McNeil was unbelievable, man. I mean, he was unbelievable for the whole game, man. Well, you know, make plays when he made plays. He got to say, because you know CJ Stroud, he's not gonna run. He's not gonna run like that. He'd rather just run around trying to stay behind the line of scrimmage, trying to find somebody open before he started taking off running. He's not a runner. So the good part about it is that the Lions is able to take care of that. Get some pressure on CJ Stroud. And it was times that we didn't be able to get to him. And some people say, why is Darius Swift didn't play? Well, this third, but the man just coming off of, if he was still with Cleveland, they would have had a bye week. They already said it. This man get traded here Tuesday. You still gotta learn the plays and all that stuff. I'm not gonna just throw him in the fire like that. And plus, he was dealing with a personal matter, so that was another reason. So he still ended up showing up, but they get him a time to get him more time to learn the plays and stuff. So he'll be ready next week. He'll be ready. He'll be available next week. Don't worry, Lions fans. But Aleem McNeil, he's one of the guys that I get to get the game ball to. He's one of the guys that he deserves a game ball. Absolutely. Another guy I got to talk about too, man. I got to talk about Carlton Davis. Right there, to me, that interception, first play in the second half, was the turning point in the game. Because Houston got the ball. They already had scored a touchdown. They got the interception off of the Hail Mary. So you thought the momentum was going right to Houston. They got the ball. But soon as we got that interception, that changed complexion of that game in the second half. Dan Campbell said, coming out the halftime, our defense got to come out and make plays. As soon as he said that, when he had that interview, Carlton Davis with that interception. But unfortunately, we ended up giving it back. But after that, you know, our defense stepped up again. Yeah, Houston may move the ball down, on this few times. But our defense stepped up. And this is from a culture, a winning culture. Winning culture. Dan Campbell, just like my guy Ed just said. Dan Campbell established a winning culture. All these guys care. Nobody's playing simply for a check. They play for absolutely. Absolutely, he did. You know, this team has been resilient. This team has been fighting to the end, never quit. This team didn't even quit when it was down 16 points in the half. This team did not quit. They did not quit. These guys came out and they fought to the end. I mean, this is, you know, he did their job. He did the Lions. Everybody did it, what it mattered most. Carlton Davis with those 2 interceptions. The second one was really huge because the simple fact, I believe it was Tank Dell or Mechie, one of them was wide open. I mean, literally wide open. And just thank God that ball just floated in the air just enough that Carlton Davis grabbed that interception, that second interception he had. Because otherwise, that pretty much would have put this game out of reach. If Carlton Davis did not make that second interception. Our defense stepped up when it needed most. Houston didn't even score a point in the second half. Nothing in the second half. That's what a championship DNA. Never gave up, didn't quit. This team came to play when it mattered most. They had that championship DNA. This is the reason why I say the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL. Not just the NFC, the NFL. Y'all, people want to say Kansas City because they're 9-0. Because they got the best record and they're the best team. Well, let me tell you something. Kansas City has not been playing well offensively. And they didn't even play well offensively like that today. So all you Kansas City fans, all you people that love Kansas City, rightfully so, they're defending champs, yeah, whatever. But they ain't playing like they're the best team in football. That's plain and simple. You look at those games, they're nine wins. You look at their games, including today, they should have lost those games. At least by 4 or 5 of those games they should have lost. While the Detroit Lions are going, even outside of tonight's game, the Detroit Lions has been dominating their opponents. Ever since they lost to Tampa Bay, the Lions has been dominating their opponents. Whether it's from the offensively, defensively, and special teams. All 3 phases. One thing I can say what Kansas City has done, their defense has held them up a lot of games. Their defense was the reason why Kansas City did 9-0. Their defense. They might statistically wise, they may have a little bit of better defense than we do. But overall, as a team, we have the best team in the NFL. Period. Point blank in discussion. I don't need the media. They can say what the hell they want to say. But this Detroit Lions team, through all 3 phases, is the best team in football. Shout out to my guy Ray Moore, man. My guy Ray Moore in the chat, man. What's up, Ray, man? Listen, I know, man. That's us. I know. Dante need to calm down. I know. That's my guy Dante, but he need to calm down. Yes, we're the most complete team. Absolutely, we're the most complete team in the NFL. That's hands down. It's not even, Kansas City's not the most complete team. They're not. So the media is going to say, well, Kansas City got their 9-0. They're this third. They're not the most complete team. It took them a blocked field goal to win the game today. A blocked field goal for the beat a mediocre Denver Broncos team. Come on now. I mean, this guy. But Carlton Davis was a guy that he made some huge plays when they needed most. Those 2 picks in the second half, you need those. Those are timely picks. Those are momentum picks. Those are the momentum picks, I call them. So, this game-changing picks, wherever you want to call it. But the Houston Texans did not score nothing in the second. And we got to get a shot at our run defense was unbelievable today. Joe Mixon could not get off for nothing today. We frustrate him. He up there throwing tablets and throwing stuff on the sideline, getting frustrated. We frustrated him today. Absolutely. 3 of those interceptions. Yes. I don't even count the Hail Mary. Like I said, I don't even count the Hail Mary. It was whatever. But those 3 interceptions was not Jared Goff's fault. And I know some people are going to be like, well, Jared Goff, Dante. Oh, Jared Goff. You really have to look at the game and see it was not. The one interception, not to say he threw to J-Mo, was a bad one. That was the only bad interception I said because he underthrew it. And all time, and the only time, J-Mo someone had to turn around and try to come back for the ball. The ball was underthrown. That was the one interception I give Jared Goff. That was his fault. Shouldn't have made that throw. It was not an accurate throw. It was a bad one. But other ones, it's not his fault. The 3 interceptions that he had was not his fault. The Hail Mary, I'm not even counting that. Whatever. DJ Star, he threw 2 interceptions. It should have been the 3rd, but he threw 2 interceptions. But both was to Carlton Davis. But just like our secondary, absolutely, our secondary stepped up. Our secondary stepped up. Aleem McNeil stepped up. Even shout out to James Houston. He ended up getting a sack today, man. James Houston played very well today, man. Shout out to him, man. But this game, man, came down to the wire, man. Like Lions, when they scored that touchdown and they tried to go for the 2, didn't get the 2-point conversion. And then that touchdown to St. Brown, man. I mean, you knew at some point he was going. You knew at some point he was going to get. He was going to get a touchdown. You knew at some point he was going to find a way. And Houston, they tried to do the double team and they tried to take him out and trying to make Jared Goff throw it to somebody. And remember, Sam Laporta went out with a shoulder injury. He was questionable to return. So, and it's just the Lions may play Jameer Sonic made got some huge yards down the stretch. David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs, they didn't have the best games. Sonic and Knuckles, they didn't have the best games today, but they've had momentum plays. They made it. So, and so the crazy part too, this Jared Goff didn't even get sacked today. Those interceptions that he threw, the interceptions that he had, Jared Goff didn't even have a sack today. He didn't get sacked at all. Yeah, he got pressured, but I mean, come on, he didn't get sacked today. That's the alarming part about it. With those, you look at the stats and say those interceptions, and he didn't even get sacked. Yeah, the offensive line played better. They played better in the second half when down the stretch when they need the most. Panay Sewell, we know why he the best offensive lineman in the league. We know why. He made some huge blocks to open up for Jahmyr Gibbs. But this was a huge win. This was definitely a huge win, man. Like, you would have thought that the Houston Texans was gonna win. And I gotta get this. Gotta shout out to our fans, man. But shout out to our fans. What up, Lions Talk? My guys like talking on the chat, man. 8-1, baby. Let's do it, baby. We there. We gotta give a shout out to our fans, man. Travel all the way down to Houston. The Lions take over. Our fans took over, man. They took over that stadium. Shout out to a couple of our guys was down there, man. Shout out to our guys at Dynasty Sports Network, man. Big Willie Styles, Wise Man Kaz, Zell for Coach of Detroit. I don't know if those guys was down there. They still down there. Have a safe trip coming back home, man, with this victory, man. Look, shout out to the guys at DSN, man. So, shout them guys out, man. It was definitely our shout out to our fans. They showed out big time today. Big time. So, the Houston takeover was real. We took over. Our Lions fans took over. So, we was deep today. So, absolutely, man. We got to give a shout out to them, man. But the offensive line had to play. They played better than they need the most. The Latino Lions, the step that they need the most. And Houston, thank you for your clock management. Thank you for your clock management. And then you turn around, you missed a field goal, a 58-yarder, and Lions got the ball. They got that St. Brown first down. That was it. That was it. That was game. We knew we had this in the bag. Once he got that first down, it said it's over. It's over. And then with Bates kick that field goal, you be like, oh, like he's gonna hit that 51-yard. Like, oh no, we ain't finna go to overtime. And then he squeaked right through there. And shout out to Bates, man. The guy was working. He was working in Houston, doing some bricks, selling bricks. I mean, he was doing that. And he turned around, come back to the city where he was working at, dealing with, and hit the game winning field goal. That's just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Shout out to Bass. He deserved a game ball as well. One of the best kickers in the league. He made it. He had a couple of field goals. I mean, even though the one before that, it was pretty close. But he made it through. I mean, boy, it's 8-1. 8-1. We should have been 9-0 like Kansas City, but that's okay. We're 8-1. We're the best record in the NFC. Plain and simple. And I'm already calling it now. It's going to be the Lions and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. The Lions and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. I said it. I don't want to hear no 49ers. I don't want to hear no Washington. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear no Green Bay. I don't want to hear no Minnesota. I don't want to hear none of that. It's going to be the Lions and the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Period. Point blank in discussion. This is, man, if you really look at the rest of the schedule, we at home against Jacksonville next week. Then we got to go to Indy. Then we got Chicago on Thanksgiving. I really don't see another loss with this Lions team. Maybe Buffalo. maybe because we play Buffalo in December, but I really don't see another loss. I really don't see another loss. I really don't. Like I said, the only loss I may see is Buffalo when Buffalo come into town next month. And that could be if the Lions can win that game too. The way Josh Allen know how they playing. Can't count those guys out. So that's the only loss I could possibly say that could happen for the Detroit Lions. So yes. But Jared Goff, despite Jared Goff, 5 interceptions. Yes, it may show up on the stat sheet. But Jared Goff had pretty much as his worst game of his lifetime. Especially worse as a Detroit Lion. You could make a case he had his worst probably when he was with the LA Rams as well. But I mean, he was 15 for 30, 240. Worst key at QBR 29. Like I said, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. QBR rating was 59. So, but yeah. And another guy that bring this up. Thanks, Owen, for what I'm saying, for the Josh Pascal had a good game too. Yeah. Josh Pascal had a good game. Absolutely. He had a good game as well. So definitely looking forward when Zadarius Smith comes in next week. We take care of Jacksonville. When Jacksonville should have won again against Minnesota, but I don't give me the line how Jacksonville lost that game. I mean, well, I forgot. Jacksonville's no good. So but yeah. 14-3. Oh, and you might be talking about we might have just had 2 losses, maybe 15-2. Like I said, the only other team I could really see that's possibly may lose to is Buffalo. We could definitely beat the 49ers. We'll definitely beat Green Bay again. We'll definitely beat Chicago twice. We'll definitely beat Minnesota. We'll beat Indy. I really don't see another loss. Like I said, Buffalo might be the only other loss I make it see. Because Buffalo is a hell of a good team, one of the best teams in the AFC. So that's possible. Buffalo is you can't count them Bills and Vikings because nobody ain't gonna be playing. Well, you said the Vikings that last game, because possibly already clinched the number 1 seed and get that first round bye. Okay, I go with that. I just don't think we'll lose to the Vikings twice, but you never know. But Bills, because of Josh Allen, because of how they playing. They one of the best teams in the AFC. I won't be surprised if the Lions played the Bills in the Super Bowl. A lot of people want the Chiefs, but I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. If I see the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Not saying that they are going to go, but I won't be surprised if the Buffalo Bills do end up going to the Super Bowl. Because somebody's going to beat Kansas City. Somebody's going to beat them. So, we'll see. But yeah, man, it was a great victory, man. This was a great comeback victory. I mean, the game looked, especially in the first half, looked like, what are you doing? You're a better team than that. I said to myself when I looked at it and I'm watching the game and I'm sitting up here like, Lions just need to play their game. That's it. Houston's gonna He's just gonna make it a game. And they sure did made it a game. So they're gonna make it a game. And they absolutely did. Lions just had to make plays, and they made momentum, timely plays. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. But yeah, this team is so resilient, man. Just so resilient. They just didn't give up. They fought to the end, man. Yeah, Chiefs ain't going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they probably won't. They might not. Somebody's going to beat them. Like I said, somebody's going to beat them on. It could be the Buffalo Bills. It could be Baltimore Ravens. Could get another opportunity. And we ain't going to go with Cincinnati because they're pretty much done. They're pretty much done. So, some people may say, unless you're a diehard Steeler fan, some people may say the Steelers if they're a Steelers fan, but no. But you can't count out. Oh yeah, absolutely. They should have lost. Kansas City should have lost. Denver played. There are teams that played opportunities to win that game against Kansas City. We know about the Baltimore. We know about the Cincinnati. We know about other teams. Even today with Denver. Denver have an opportunity to beat them. Only convincing win I could see Kansas City what they did. That was convincingly. That was when they played the Vegas Raiders, and that's not saying much. They should have lost to the Chargers. They should have. Kansas City has been squeaking by a lot of their games, so they should have lost. As I said, we're the best team in the NFL. Well, guys in the middle, Kansas City, they're 9-0. They're undefeated. Yeah, they're undefeated because because their teams folded at the end. Other teams has folded at the end. The toe on the line, out of bounds. Baltimore. The bogus pass interference call with the Cincinnati one. You know, the blocked field goal today, which they should have lost. Yeah, they've been more clutch than complete. As us Lions, we're dominating. Even though outside of today we didn't dominate convincing like we've been doing the last few games. We've been dominating our opponents, but we've been the most complete team. Hell, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're on a 5-game winning streak. They've been looking pretty better than the Kansas City Chiefs, even with their 5-game winning streak. I'm just saying, Kansas City, they're losing to Buffalo next week. They're losing to Buffalo next week. I said it. They're losing to Buffalo. That 9-0, they're going 9-1. While we go 9-1 next week against Jacksonville, and let's get it. Jacksonville's a bad team, but we can't take any teams lightly. We got to go in. We got to be at home. Let's put their foots in the mouth. Let's take care of business, and then get it out the way. So we go on the road, take care of another inferior team like the Indianapolis Colts. Before we come back home, take care of another inferior team, that fraudulent team in that division on Thanksgiving, we're playing against Chicago. So let's take care of business. Let's take care of business against Jacksonville. Yes, that was a comeback victory against a team of Houston, a solid team, Not a great team, a solid team, but we got to put this game behind us. Let's go and just focus on Jacksonville. Let's take care of Jacksonville. Let's not play around with this team. Do like we did against Tennessee. Let's take care of that. Take care of Jacksonville. It's a terrible team. Take care of them. We good to go. That's it. Take care of Indianapolis. he said Chicago gonna need Jesus. Chicago, that's their problem. That's their problem. Chicago, that's their problem. And they got, boy, have mercy. Yeah. I think Chicago ain't the only team gonna need Jesus. The New York Jets gonna need Jesus. I mean, my goodness. Oh, let's talk about the scores right quick, man. As you know, the Thursday night game, Ravens pulled off the victory against the Bengals. The Eagles take care of the cow, you know who. Take care of the Cowgirls today. 34-6. The Panthers got the victory against the New York Giants in overtime overseas. I didn't care. Two terrible teams. But Carolina got their third victory of the season. Kansas City pulled out a lucky victory against the Denver Broncos. The Steelers hauled off a win against the Washington Commanders, 28-27. Minnesota struggled all game long against a team like Jacksonville, won 12-7. The Saints ended a 7-game losing streak against the Falcons, 20-17. The 49ers, Christian McCaffrey made his season debut. 49ers take care of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 23-20. Buffalo take care of the Indianapolis Colts, 30-20. The Patriots, boy have mercy, the Patriots beat the Bears, bro. Bears only scored 3 points. You're right on. They need Jesus bad. The Chargers take care of the Titans, 27-17. The Jets, oh my goodness, boy, those Jets. Whew. They had the most disappointing season, boy. Whew. The Cardinals take care of the Jets, 31-6. And Dolphins and Rams play tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. But yeah. Yeah, Jets gonna need Jesus too. But the Lions, man, this is a great victory, man. This is a great comeback victory. I keep saying great victory, but it's a great comeback victory. I mean, you're down 23-7.5. And if a team like Houston didn't get a touchdown or a field goal in the second half. And they had that one field goal try and he missed it. 58-yarder. I mean, clearly to the left. But Lions, yep, the win shows we can do it any way. You're right. Anyway. Absolutely, man. But yeah, I had to come here, man. I know it's late. I got to go to work in the morning. But Lions fans, we definitely got to celebrate Victory Monday. This is a hell of a victory. Let's take care of Jacksonville next week. Let's put this win behind us. We got the win. You know, people going to say, like the guys like the Rob Parkers and the other people, oh, the Detroit Lions haven't played anybody. They don't look like they only the best team in the NFC by default. They haven't really played anybody. Oh, Baker Mayfield, he could be the best quarterback in the NFC. Yada yada yada. Here's some of that, like a Rob Parker. There's some of them like the other people who talk. Mike Valenti talking a bunch of crap about the Lions, this and this and that. I really don't care. Because I want them to keep the same energy when the Detroit Lions not only just win that NFC championship trophy. When they hoist that Lombardi trophy. So guys like that and then other Lions haters, let them keep talking. Let them keep talking, man. Because this team are going to go out there. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year. You mark my word. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year. So, all this, Kansas City going 3-peat. Oh, man, Baltimore be the team that could win the Super Bowl. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So, but yeah, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to D313XP. Seeing the bottom of the ticker. Myself, Nomas J, and Bree. Shout out to my guy on 16. That's also part of the XP, man. Shout out to the people that was in the chat, man, that was watching, man, this late, man, to celebrate this victory. Shout out to my guy Ed, man. Boy, Ed Robinson. Oh, shout out to Lions Talk, my guy Ray Moore. Shout out to everybody else that's always coming in. Foster covers, man. Shout out to people that always come to show love in this channel, man. Very appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all continue to hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Share it. Spread the word out, man. We definitely continue to bring some good quality content, man, today. So absolutely, man. Make sure y'all spread the word out to watch y'all can, like and subscribe and this channel, man. So absolutely, man. Absolutely. This is a sound victory today. Man. That's that my guy. It's that my guy Breed. It's that my guy Breed in the building.
What up, though? What up, though?
Man.
Had to come up, you got to come up in here like Coach Prime. Had to come in here like Coach Prime, you know what I mean?
Well, that's right.
Had to come out of this victory.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
What's up, man?
Man.
Hey, I gotta say this too. The Lions won again.
Yeah. The Lions won again.
All we do is go win.
Hey,
above NFL.
Hey, the Detroit Lions. Today was actually a Detroit versus Houston day today. One team won, the other team lost.
Absolutely.
But listen. The Pistons. Great. Okay, back on. There was another game today. Detroit versus Houston. It was the Pistons versus the Rockets. Pistons lost a tough one by 2 points. They had opportunities to win that game. Unfortunately, they just couldn't make the plays they need to make. But that's okay. The Pistons are still getting better. So wish we could go 2-0 against Houston, but we'll take 1-1. Our Lions take the victory. They'll take care of it. It's like the Lions are the big brothers, the Pistons are the little brothers right now. So Lions said we'll take care of it. It may not be easy, but we'll take care of it. Absolutely. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to the channel, man. Like I said, your boy gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work in the morning. Probably Bree will be taking over. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. So as I said, it's your boy DC1 of D313XP. Thank you for watching this channel. Lions comeback victory. One pride. The Lions won again, bitch. The Lions won again, bitch. Let's go, man. The Lions take over, man. Out there, man. I got everybody out there in Houston, man, that traveled from the city, man. Lions pulled off the victory. One pride. Detroit Lions. Let's go. Detroit versus everybody. D313XP. We out of here. Have a safe night. Peace.